Well, howdy fellas, it's Trans Nation Superstars. I'm Deltaniwa X, and that was the worst intro I've ever done. Shoot myself. Joining me today
Which
is
shotgun do you want?
42 caliber would do nicely. Stuart McKenzie 2, Going Z28, Rabbit Donkey 96, Big Mike 46385, Cart 1979, XNZ Pro 55. Banana Josh 1 and Habs for Life 634, so quite a few cast members today. We did have Xerian here a moment ago for his beloved mic check and then went to bed, so...
That should be a new segment. Xeri's mic check.
It should be. Just take
him
just
checking a mic out.
Just find any political...
He's just doing microphone
video,
reviews.
Find any political conferences, have a pause, and then just add in Axel's quote like that. Or find an interview with Kimi Räikkönen, because Kimi Räikkönen only says 1 or 2 words each time, so then just
Kimi Räikkönen,
then just voiceover, then just do a voiceover with him saying mic check. Okay, we're now also joined by CAJ Alt 97, so welcome aboard. Let's get started and talk about Monaco.
Oh, fuck off.
Yay.
Who gives a shit about Monaco?
Do you really want to start this shit?
Well,
Yeah, here we go.
we're only talking about the racing. We're not looking at any controversy. We're not going to start any massive
That
stir.
is the race. The race
Yeah,
is controversial.
Oh no.
We need to save the show now.
That's an awful idea.
Well,
Ray,
we were
what
too.
have you done?
We'll put it this way. We were
fucked us all
too.
up.
We'll put it this way. We were too serious the week before. It didn't even happen last weekend. So, by my own mistake.
True.
Actually,
Bridge, you fucked up.
yeah. Well, hang on. Oh no, we're all good. We're all good for this one. Yeah, we're all running smoothly. Of course, the mascot is here with us too, as well.
Hey, that's not enough to call you girlfriend. and
Is that your
mascot.
girlfriend or the cat?
Cat.
I'm so confused.
That was a little
I think you're the mascot.
Fuck, now I was deep shot.
Alright,
What's that?
come on. Alright,
No,
just
I'm
one
thinking of
just
eventually
face
tattooing the
right
Trans Nation Challenge logo on my cat, but
I thought you were going to say onto yourself.
Which one are you talking about?
oh, for God's sake, Mike, really? You really went there. You really went there. My word. I thought you were a bit more mature. I thought you were a bit more mature than that.
I'm sorry.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised I wasn't the one that made that joke. I'm usually the one that brings up the inappropriate shit.
Okay, let's reel the show back in now. I'm sorry.
Okay, so
Just cast and tug.
it's Canada.
Okay,
That's it.
I can't even.
Don't diss my country. We could kick you off the radio.
Well, put it this way. I'm just trying to remember. Guy, what was the joke you made about them last time on the last episode of Superstars?
Oh, I just made the joke that they were just going to keep playing the Canadian national anthem over and over again.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
No, that's besides the point.
I actually listened to that during the race.
Yeah. Well, I can. There'll be no F1 commentary. It'll just be the Canadian national anthem, and Mackenzie trying to talk over it.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Canada.
Would you shut up? There's a race going on here. No, it's just crashed. This is a big deal.
Patriot love. I forget what the new lyric is.
Yeah, and all.
What? Have they changed the lyric to the anthem?
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't think that was legal.
Why the fuck would you change the lyrics to your national anthem for fuck's sake?
Well, we can argue the point of
We've
why did
changed it
we
like
try
5
and
times
change
in
it
2
New
years.
Zealand
We're used to
flag?
it now.
What were you saying, Brett, about the New Zealand national anthem?
Well, no. I was saying what to the point of why would you change the lyric in the Canadian national anthem? Why would you change the New Zealand flag? What
Yeah,
everyone
true.
was trying to.
I don't understand why people are trying to change it. Like, it's,
Well, like the thing about it is that you look at like how New Zealand, Australia, and all that you have the Union Jack to show the allegiance to the British Commonwealth. The new flag was our way.
Yeah, so you should.
Yeah, but put it this way, I don't think much people were thinking much about it, but the new flag didn't have a Union Jack, and that was our way of saying, fuck you, we want to be independent.
Yeah, John Key was secretly trying to stir the pot with the UK and trying to spend some money to try and say, like, oh, we're secretly trying to plan our separation from the Commonwealth.
Well, speaking on stirring the pot, it's quite interesting to know that Kim Jong-un has actually settled his affairs with South Korea.
Yeah, what boy?
And
he's brought up as well that that North and South Korea are going to try and rid of the Korean Peninsula of all nuclear material. So
I have no idea what to make of that. I mean, I can't help but feel it's like
I'm a bit suspicious, but I
It
mean,
is
Yeah, I don't
suspicious.
know
Very
how long is
suspicious.
that gonna last?
Yeah.
But more so to the point, I think because South Korea were allies to America, I think it's Kim Jong-un is trying to actually sever that union by uniting with South Korea, and then that means North Korea's got full authority then to try and scale nuclear war.
Hey, let's not talk about this though.
Yeah, we're
You
getting,
will respect my authority!
yeah, we are
Can
getting
we-
a bit political, so we'll try and jump off.
Yeah, I
it.
wasn't expecting
Let's
to talk about this. I was just expecting
Yeah,
like,
right?
Oh, here they
about
go.
I was expecting half an hour of people just slagging off Mason, but
Oh well, I think they're going to start now because you brought it up.
Yeah, well,
But
Yeah.
Speaking of Mason, he's a mighty fine racer.
you know he's not a mighty fine racer.
said no one ever. Who said that?
well, he's been awfully quiet since he joined the call, so
Mason,
Yeah.
speak up.
He can't defend himself because he's
Hey,
a
Mason,
fucking prick.
Mason. At least there's one person that thinks you're a good driver. Well deserved second place in Monaco.
No, he didn't deserve second. He deserved a
I guess Axel's in the call now.
mic check,
Come on.
mic check, plugs,
Thank you,
plugs,
Jonathan.
Yeah.
plugs.
Axel, we have to have some words.
Yeah, I have
Are
some
you not
words to
speaking?
make.
There's your. If you're talking, there's your words.
Okay, that was,
Banana Josh just sent a picture of him winning into the.
I have no idea. It's something though.
No. If you look closely, you see the hat that
Right,
Sebastian Vettel's wearing?
Oh, the driver doesn't have a hat. Huh.
Yeah.
How the hell that work?
If you look closely, you will. If you look closely, you will see.
Well,
the-
actually, now,
the-
now thanks to Josh, I now actually have to put this video in the this image into the video so people can see it, so they know what I'm talking about. So yeah,
If you look closely, you
thanks
will
a lot
see.
for making
Here's
my
flipping
simple
the
English
bird.
job a lot more
Yeah.
fucking
Also, he's
complicated.
just trying to deflect the fact that he doesn't want to talk about what happened in Monaco.
I don't think anyone really wants to talk about Monaco. To be
Wait,
perfectly
sorry.
honest.
I do.
Can we just move on to Grill?
Why else do you
Yeah,
think
well,
we
that-
changed
that-
the topic?
Yeah, well, that's the plan.
Oi.
We're going to go to Grill the Grid.
yes,
I'm
let's
just
go.
going to have a look and see.
Always change the topic.
There's some
I'm
shit
gonna
on the
try-
Bobby. It's real
Something
great.
more important.
Let's
Oh,
see.
Josh, shut the fuck up. You're the only one that wants to talk about Monaco.
I just came up with the opener for Grill the Grid. Throw some shrimp on the Bobby. It's Grill the Grid.
Oh my.
I would say that was racist.
Hey.
But I would say it was racist, but it's
I
only,
was
it's
gonna
only
say
racist towards Josh J. Law. So I think I'll accept that.
Well, you also were the one that said maple syrup, land of maple syrup in the previous one.
yeah, but that is
He's
a
gone.
fair point.
True.
That's a
Maple
factual
syrup
it's
comment.
not.
originated in Canada.
That is a factual
The only
comment.
place where they make maple syrup in Canada is Quebec.
It's not.
That
It's
is
That's
not.
why I'm talking over from me. Those. I want to call
Okay,
them
well,
stupid
in the
Frenchies,
wor-
but I
in the
don't want to
words of
offend them and
Jonathan-
chase them
In
away.
the words of Happy Vibe, right, the shrimp on the Barbie, it's Grill the Grid.
So, not check on the Barbie.
So,
Come on, Mozzie.
Jay Law, we're going to start with you on the first question.
Oh, God.
Did you have lag in Monaco? And why didn't you send in your clip of you crashing into me?
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
Strauss it up.
Oh, who let the
That
cow
is-
in?
Right.
Wait.
I want to talk about it.
Like a really
He doesn't
mean
want to
comment
talk
there. I'm
about
not
it
gonna do it.
He
The
doesn't want to talk
question,
about it because
Because he crashed into me, he took me out, he sideswiped me.
okay, so the question
Right.
is, okay, so here's the question. One driver was applauded for the efforts of what he achieved, which was surviving the first lap in every Grand Prix so far? Who was the driver?
I know Timomonic was one because he survives a lot, but it's not the options already that I wanted. I'm gonna go with Mackenzie.
No.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't say which category. It's GP3.
Oh. Okay, so it's GP3. No, I mean 92.
No, the answer was Mike.
Nope.
Mike survived the first lap for the first time since he started the Trans Nation Challenge. So,
Yeah.
and ideally, it was a track.
I didn't know that.
And it was a track where you'd think it would have been most likely to have the first lap incident.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and then he still got taken out by me during.
No. I survived the first lap,
no, but
and then
yeah, but see, Mike's been taken out.
You didn't just survive the first lap.
Mike's been taken out every time on the first lap.
Yeah.
and then Monaco didn't take out.
Yeah, Monaco, he survived, so... Of course, he didn't survive the race, but, I mean...
All I know is I saw Jordan just flies by, just dives bomb someone.
Yeah, see, I want to discuss that
He
point
dive
too,
bombed me,
because
that was
he
me.
actually, he had been... His punishment was that he was excluded from the results of the weekend, so... Not
Who's this?
Jordan Dittman. Not that I think he scored any points anyway, I don't think.
No.
No, he was out the race.
Yeah, so, well, he could have still finished in the points despite not being classified.
There's three people in GP3 that
he was excluded and Pro Opa was removed from the league. So there was positional change at the end of the GP3. The thing about it is that GP3 is a contest of F1. Everyone's going for everyone's going for the win, the championship, and all that. GP2 are just trying to get themselves into F1 where they can be like that. But GP3, you guys just fucking fight for sheep stations. You just don't give a shit, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys just kill each other.
GP3, everybody wants to go.
From the wood go, and it's basically whoever survives the first corner is going to win the race.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
and
well, that's,
in
see,
regards to similarities to F1, as far as controversy and arguing and all that goes, GT3 is the closest to F1, like real F1, like
exactly. You know, yeah, there are a lot of similarities between GP3 and the actual F1.
Controversy.
Not so much on the driving, but the controversy side of it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying in regards to controversy.
But
Alrighty, next question.
I know I have my.
So guys, question is.
No, it's not the guy's question.
I'm just trying to think. Okay.
Okay, good one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to sort this out. So McLaren Honda have scored 2 1-2 finishes, which is the first team to ever score 2 1-2 finishes. But what was the significance of it in Spain?
Oh,
I know this one.
But even
Nothing.
can't score 1-2 finish.
I think
Jeez.
you'll know this one because
I think is that not the first 1-2 finish that we had?
no. So the answer to it was that
1-2 Russia, double DNF in Spain, and then 1-2 in Monaco.
There we
so
go.
it means they're going to double DNF in Canada.
Both drivers finished 1-2 in Russia, only to both DNF in Spain because of course Alex joined us in commentary, and then of course came and then come back to score another 1-2 in Monaco, which in saying that Monaco is one of Alex's strongest tracks, so I think all streets.
Don't even start like Alex and just bring out how consistent he is. We don't want to talk about that little shit stir.
Well, you can't even say he was consistent in Monaco because he was actually Owen can attest to the side of aggression that
He
Alex
was very.
Alex being aggressive. Like that's like hearing if Mason has a clean race. Like it's never heard of.
Irrelevant.
Mason's a clean driver.
I think it's just. I think the prospect behind it all is it's Monaco. It's impossible to pass. Baku will probably see a bit more entertainment. All we have to do is tell Mason to get aggressive.
It was
in here.
entertaining. Just a question of whether it was
So
clean or not.
this could be the race where we can put
Chris
Mason. We could put Mason into F1, tell him to get aggressive, and he might take Noah and David out.
Interesting.
Interesting thing.
But
lot of
okay. So of course,
Okay,
I'm
Canada,
gonna
not
talk
one.
to you guys about this tomorrow morning, on the morning of the Baku Grand Prix. Any incidents that involved in the castle section will not be subject to investigation. So
Why not?
if
So, I
you
mean,
if you
that's pretty
if you
wild.
try to make an overtake in the castle section and it ends in tears, don't bother trying to put in an investigation. It's not gonna happen.
What if you're the one
So
getting
you pretty much,
overtaken?
so you
It's
pretty
your
much
fault.
gave
You were an
Mason-
idiot.
Well, exactly.
Pretty much all Brett's saying is, do not put in an investigation. It was your fault. You were an idiot.
Even if Mason takes you out, it's still your fault.
Well, put it this way.
Especially
It's,
if
it's
you're-
like what guy said.
You know what?
You can
what
barely
this
get
says
one
is that
car
means that I
through.
can bump someone into the castle and crash them on purpose, and be completely okay with that. That's
That
racist
is a different. That is a different story. We're talking about if someone is actually trying to go up the inside of someone into the castle section. If you
that's what I'm
deliberately
Especially
drill
if
the
you're
rear,
Julian Palmer.
if you hit the rear of the other car in front of you and you push them into the fence, that's a completely different story.
I mean, in AI's views, right? Someone just goes on your inside and crash into the barriers and block up other drivers.
Well, we saw it. I think it was GP2, wasn't it, where one of the cars hit the wall and then blocked the entire track or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Of course,
I saw
of
that.
course, the entire red flag.
Well, it
Yeah,
can't be
that's
any worse than causing a huge call up in Macau.
Oh yeah, no, fuck.
That
Dude,
was,
There's no room you can go to.
that was a parking lot incident. That one in Macau.
Okay. Next question. Let's continue Gorilla Grid,
Alright,
shall we?
so the game, or Mike, your question.
Yes.
Big
sir.
Mike.
You are now the third driver to make it to Ferrari.
I know the answer already. He hasn't even finished.
How many driver changes have we seen at Ferrari?
Too many.
Good answer. Good answer.
I think that was
Survey
me
says.
has been changed.
I don't get how you just said he was the third driver.
Yeah,
make
it
well, third
to
driver in
Ferrari.
GP.
Third driver in the
changes.
GP3 moved to Ferrari.
Oh, you mean like across categories, right?
Are we talking all categories? Or
Yeah,
just GP3?
all categories.
All
I'll
counts.
give you a hint. There's 0 in GP2, so all you got to do is look at F1 and GP3.
At least 6. Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
What, 3?
Okay, so you, as I said, you're the third driver, so that means you're the second replacement for Ferrari.
Right. Well,
And
it was Joker.
There was the Joker, there was Bruno Gallavica, and then Jimmy 6. So that's 4.
Yeah,
5.
4, yeah.
So 5 in total. So 5.
I said 6. I was close.
So what did you say, Mike? You said 4.
I said 3.
3.
Well, I
so-
said 3 at first.
Yeah,
so
three.
there was actually 5 anyway. Mackenzie.
Yay.
Actually, let's see. Let's see if you've paid attention to one detail. What colour?
Did I see Mason leave?
Yeah. What
Yeah,
colour is?
Damn it!
What colour is the fur of the mascot?
Fear of the mascot. Oh shit.
Purple, black, blue, green.
I like
Oh,
the
I actually have no idea. That's like,
Really?
I have put,
Watch him give me the only question I wouldn't be able to answer.
I've put continuous photos of the mascot throughout the Skype chat, so I thought someone would have noticed.
Do you really expect us to? Yes, yeah, I understand it's the mascot, but do you really expect us to like pay attention to that?
Such an easy question.
I'm gonna just take a leap of faith and just say white.
Congratulations, you are correct.
Mackenzie, I just want to say something. Not everybody is as self-centered as you are.
Ow!
So, yeah, the correct answer is white.
I totally
All
just
white.
didn't stop.
Actually, I'll throw a bonus question in, and this is free for anyone. I think I've said the name. What is the name of my girlfriend?
Shannon.
Oh, yeah, good work.
See, look, I'm a good friend. I pay attention to that shit.
Okay, so next on the list, I've just asked you three. Jay. Jay.
Give me a question like all the other ones that you just gave because I could have answered any of them.
Okay, so you want team-related questions.
Oh.
Teammate, really. Think about it.
It's hard to give me a question about my
Okay,
teammates seeing how they've been here for the past 3 races.
Which team has recorded, and this is for all 3 categories, which team has recorded the most DNFs?
The most DNF.
Red Bull. Has to be, right?
Nah, it has to. It's not
No.
Red Bull.
No, it's not Red Bull.
100% it's not Red Bull.
Right.
Actually, you're wrong. It actually is Red Bull.
Oh, what?
Oh!
Red Bull has
my
recorded
God.
the most DNFs in the all 3 categories combined, but mostly accounted for by one driver alone, Warlords 1313.
Mason.
No, Mason has only recorded 1 DNF. Warlords has recorded nearly 5.
Is this over the course of the season or over the course of the TTC as well?
Well, if it was all 3, then Red Bull would be leading, would have that one by a huge mile.
Oh, that's right, because Jonathan raced for Red Bull in the beta.
And then there was about
Well, I thought
6 DNFs.
so. You've had a DNF, correct? If I'm not mistaken, you've had a DNF,
Who are you talking to?
Brett.
I had a DNF in the beta test way back in round 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
Mackenzie's DNF.
but everyone retired in
Joker's
round 2.
DNF
That was
twice.
bullshit.
No, I retired once.
The Joker DNF twice, and even though he's not in the league anymore, that still counts.
Yeah, that's only.
I thought we weren't counting.
Well, Ferrari had Jimmy 6, and then the Joker twice, Mackenzie once.
Yes, I've had.
I guess I should have guessed Red Bull because also the amount of times March has disconnected is
Well,
numerous, so.
disconnections don't count as DNFs as much. They count more towards as like a did not attend.
Okay. So you're saying crashes then?
Depending if well, it's not so much. It's those who retire from the session. So, say for instance, March usually goes out of the connection quite early in the piece. So it's
Right.
counted as it did not start.
Okay.
So, so in F1 for Red Bull, you've had Plebs and Guy in Australia, so that was a double DNF for them. Oh no, actually no, sorry, not a double DNF. Plebs finished 3rd, so second.
No, he finished 2nd.
So Guy
Guy
retired in.
Alright, we don't need
Australia.
to talk about that, do we?
No.
No.
Matt didn't attend China, and I think,
Wait. Pro? No, because Pro Opus DNF 3 times.
Oh yeah, so.
That makes Ferrari on top because
No,
that's 6.
Well,
Ferrari
actually, no, Ferrari. He finished Bahrain. Propa did finish Bahrain. He was just really off the pace.
Yeah, but he didn't DNF to Australia, Russia,
No, he
and
just didn't.
Monaco.
He didn't attend.
No,
Russia. He only attended Australia, Bahrain, and Monaco.
But Cam's had a few DNFs for Red Bull as well.
So that ties them then. So I'm still right.
Ooh.
Actually, no. Yeah, she does have a point. So, all right, we'll give her that. Oh, and your question.
Start some shit, please.
Go for it.
Do you think Mackenzie's penalty in Spain was justified?
Oh! Yet another low blow.
I had this question last week. I had this question last week when Brett didn't record the fucking footage for it.
Yeah, we just talked about it for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we practically talked about it for like half an hour.
Who's this question?
Owens.
The penalty.
Oh man, I wish I should have got that question.
Mackenzie's penalty.
I wish I would have got that question.
Okay, no, Owen, repeat your answer. I couldn't hear over these guys talking shit. What was your answer?
I think it was a racing incident. I don't think he deserved the penalty.
Oh wow.
Oh.
So despite everything, despite the fact that he spun you around, which cost you the podium, and he finished ahead of you, which meant he would have extended the championship lead, you think that he didn't deserve to be relegated behind you?
No, I don't. In the moment, I was just,
upset.
Yeah.
I think I might change my perspective on you.
Who's sucking on Big Kahunas again?
Okay.
I'm still gonna talk shit.
Well, okay, well, so we'll change the prospect and we'll go to J. Adolf.
Yeah? Hey, whose mic is that? Turn that shit off.
It's always Mike.
Mike's always on his truck. Oh, right. Anyway, so Josh, your question is, what are you going to do without your teammate?
Ooh.
Well, you know, your teammate for a few races has gone and filed for divorce.
Yeah.
I know he's sucking on Big Kahunas.
They all is supposed to be my teammate next year. Hopefully we can be teammates earlier, because PMA doesn't ever show up anymore. But the Haas team is very sad all of a sudden. They've lost a really close partner, but I'm still #1 Ferrari driver. And the motor wise, get it?
Oh right, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm the new factory team now. Just a sad thing to see Mike go, because we had such a great bond, and we were always like so close and happy together, and we were good teammates for each other. But
oh, sorry,
hopefully
I'm filling up here.
It brings a tear to my eye.
Yeah, I need a tissue. I'm filling up here.
We get it, Josh. You're depressed about it. Just shut up and move on.
Hopefully I get a new teammate too,
Oh.
The funny thing is,
My night was just made.
Welcome to Transnation Superstars, our brand new drama series. Actually, you know what? I'm almost half tempted to do something like this as just like a parody of some sort. Make some kind of movie trailer about a
Titanic, and put Josh as the leading female character.
No, just make something like a dramatic thing. Just show the spin between Owen and Mackenzie, and then just make it like a dramatic scene from like Terminator or something. And then Owen will be like,
think about it, like, the drama has really gone down today, because if you think about it, because Owen was like, I didn't deserve the penalty, so like shit's really changed now.
Okay, so oh, anyway, I've got the hiccups. Jonathan, your
or you
question.
could just take my footage of Josh sideswiping me in Monaco, but
Yeah, I wish. Hey, let's talk about penalties for a second and stewards, yeah? I feel like that's a good subject.
Well,
Alright,
we
so
might go into that one a bit later anyway, so first we'll go to Jonathan's question, which...
Oh,
Shut up, shut up.
Well, someone's knocking on the door.
Special delivery!
Yes.
Special delivery!
Alright. We get off track here. It's Jonathan's question.
Okay, so
yeah, special delivery.
So
your dignity,
I've explained it in the.
Here's your
well,
pictures.
There's been a big talk about this over the last couple of days about the conversion of whether we go to 2 categories or not. Owen, or Cart 1979 here, suggested a very valid idea. What was that idea?
Doing a
Yeah, good idea.
practice to make
Like
sure
that.
that this is actually going to make sure that we're able to support 20 people without an overabundance of lag.
Okay, I thought I'd explained this in the pre-race broadcast, but I guess I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Special delivery has come.
Oh my god.
So the talk was about moving GP2 drivers up to race along with the F1, but not race for points of any regard. So you would call it invitational, but we would prefer to call it non-championship drivers. So they just race for sheep stations, while the F1 drivers will still score points based on where they are at the end of the race. So, say Guy finishes second, I finish fourth, and then Noah finishes
Come on
eighth.
now, I don't finish second.
Well, we're just saying, if shit hits the fan in Sparta or Canada or wherever we started, and that's the order, so Mackenzie wins over Guy, blah, 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 blah. Guy would win outright because he was the highest placed F1 driver.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
I'm,
McKenzie's
like-
all lap pace. It's not-
Personally, like that method, that doesn't really make that much sense to me. Like, if I'm on, I think surely you should just be racing for points.
It's not called more confusing than anything.
Well, I suppose they could race
Like-
I suppose they could race for points in a way anyway, because it's not like at the moment they'd be
It's
interfering with the
I just
championship.
think it would be a bit sad. Like if I'm in second and I've got to overtake someone for the win, but I don't actually have to overtake them to win. If you know what I mean. Like, if they're from
Yeah, that's a
GP2
little
or whatever.
Okay, so
I just think it would be a bit anticlimactic.
I suppose we'll just have it so that whoever joins in the GP2 stays in the F1, and they're a championship prospect in it. But yeah, so then it kind of means that you're not really just staying in position because you know you're second outright. So yeah, okay, we'll do it like that then. So.
Yeah, we'll see.
So anyone who wants to join the
progress.
F1 from GP2, let me know later on. And then the same goes for GP3, any GP3 runners wanting to go into GP2 as well. So we're not going to go backwards and put GP2 or F1 into GP3. So GP3 will stay with the same.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, we can go into details about this later, I think, because that's gonna shift a lot.
Yeah. So
and,
anyway,
and honestly, if we're doing that, isn't it just easier to do the F1, F2 category because?
well, effectively it would be, but I think Owen's made a good point, and it's that he and Mackenzie are fighting for a championship for the GP2, and Erlang Dang and all that are fighting for a championship in GP3. The point is that if we do it like this, then at least we're not interfering with their championship by putting them into a category where they know they're not going to be able to fight for a championship anymore.
So unless you keep
Keep it how it is
scoring
till
the
next
same, unless you keep like the race scoring, but you keep the championship separate, if that makes sense.
That
Yeah.
makes
Yeah,
that
if
was-
they race in the
that-
same race, not like Le Mans.
Again, ladies, let's discuss this at another time and just continue on with the superstars.
Well, I think the only
Yeah, that's true.
driver
Let's get back to the shit talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
come
the
on.
only driver left to ask the question is
God damn you, Mason.
So,
Oh, Tony, I have a question for him. Can I ask the question?
yeah, I can only imagine what it is. So go ahead.
Hey, Mason, are you on? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey. All right. So here's your question. It's about Monaco. How many drivers did you brake check in the span of one corner? What was the fucking record for it? Because I know you did it. We all saw it.
2,
Not this again.
3, 4,
We got
5,
we got
6,
many.
7, 8.
I think there was 7 or 8 actually, because I think there was 12 people in the lobby.
Mason, I
and
think
8
the only
of us
way
were
I think the only way you're going to let this blow over is just answer the question. So you might as well.
I didn't break you.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure you did.
Oh my
Actually, I'm
God.
positive. I don't feel of it.
Can we just get over this?
No. No, we can't. Because this is also going to go into my rant about stewards that we need to have. We need to have a rant about.
He made me.
Hey. Will you all take a moment? I got a question for Mason.
Oh god, here we go.
Will you win the Canadian Grand Prix? Or would you be DNF?
No, it's not happening.
I thought they were
No. You know, all I'm saying
Oh,
is...
hey. I got predictions for Brad. Predictions of how many people will crash in the Wall of Champions.
Ooh, that's a good
Okay, well
question.
there's
Mason, and Mason.
well no.
And Banana Josh.
I think in F1, me, Guy, and Matt are gonna go on the fence. I actually think. I think we're honestly gonna push too hard. We're probably gonna end up racing each other and push too hard, and probably do a Constantina where we all go on the fence at the same time.
I'm not even insulted because I think it's probably true.
GP2, I think Warlords will probably go on the fence. Rip It Stretch will probably go on the fence.
Matt, your daddy will probably go on the fence.
No, Matt, your daddy seems quietly confident about his pace around Canada, so I think
Mackenzie will probably go in the fence on the last lap on the last corner.
Korea 2012.
After getting in a collision with Owen.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, Mackenzie's gonna go around the outside at World Champions. You know that's never gonna go down well. They'll bottle it and then Buche will go back to back.
Oh mate, that is not happening on my
Put
watch.
it this way: if Buche wins this weekend's Grand Prix, I actually think he'll leapfrog to both of you in the championship. So that's quite an amazing feat for Buche, given he's DNF 2 races.
He's got decent pace as well.
You want to hear something really funny about GP3 in Canada?
Yeah, hang on, I'm just thinking about that. So GP3 in Canada, yes, I do see Mason on the fence. Sorry, Mike, I actually think I'm going to see you on the fence.
On lap 1.
Jonathan,
Thanks,
you
man.
may or may not, but I think because it's your home Grand Prix, I know you're going to try your hardest to stay out of the fence, but
Yeah.
I still see there's like a 60% chance that you could.
Or the 40% chance you're not.
Josh, I think, Josh Adolf, I think you've got a 20% chance of hitting that wall at least once or twice. Not so much crashing.
You know it.
So not at least crashing out, but I know you're going to hit it and lose wing.
Yeah, I agree.
Who else?
I see Banana Josh taking me out somehow this race, either by brake checking me
Well, put it this way, Jake.
qualifying,
Qualifying
or
pole
blaming
position.
lag on a side
Qualifying
swipe,
pole and you'll be
or...
I reckon there'll be some
Oh, if I get
controversy
pulled,
with
he'll
the
just
champions.
dive bomb me into the first turn, and then I'll
I
catch
see
up to
one
him in
more
2
driver,
laps, and he'll
this is
side
going to
swipe.
sound really weird for me saying this, but there's one other driver I think who'll find it in the World Champion, David.
What?
You reckon?
I think Black Mamba will push too hard to stay with his brother and bin it.
I mean, look what happened in Spain. He binned it to try and keep up with his brother and had the most embarrassing crash of the year.
Hey, I want to. Okay, I have a prediction, right? In Canada, I have a prediction. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna say who's gonna win the race because I don't know who's gonna win, but it's gonna be between CAJ and myself. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I've been looking at the lap times on time trial, and the people they've all set lap times within the past week. And to be honest, the top of the leaderboard is pretty far away from the rest of GP3.
Yeah. It's gonna be CAJ and myself. It honestly is gonna be. It's gonna. If me and him can get through the first turn clean, it's gonna be between him and I. It's gonna be a fucking dogfight the whole way.
Yeah, one of us is probably
really
gonna
good to
crash
watch.
out. To be honest, or at least lose wing. Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're going to take a break there at Transnation Superstars, and when we come back, we're going to move into the predictions for the Canadian Grand Prix. And probably have a look at what people think about the next half of the season. So stay with us.
Probably Mason because he's a little fucking kid.
Call you Mason.
Well, anyway, welcome back to Transnation Superstars. So, we're going to have a look ahead past Canada and look at Baku, and then have a few drivers explain how they think the rest of their season is going to pan along. So we'll start with F1. So that's pretty much just me and Guy. So Guy, Baku looking ahead, where do you think you're going to place, and then how do you think the rest of your season is going to look?
What, for Baku? Ooh.
Yeah, Baku.
I haven't thought of that far ahead yet. But
yeah, it's only a week, guys. Surely you've thought about it.
Oh, come on now. I'm a busy man.
Got all those British chicks to hit up, eh?
Oh, back off. I like my chances around Baku. It's been one of my stronger tracks, weirdly enough. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm gonna back myself. I'm gonna put my neck on the line here, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna take second. I'm not gonna back myself. I reckon one of the brothers is gonna crash out, and I'll come home in second place in Baku. And rest of the season, I think I'm just gonna try and consolidate third place in the championship. Probably top 3 finish in the championship is my aim now. Really, can't really match the brothers. So yeah, I think I can
just get good, Guy, and you might be able to.
Well, I think I kind of agree with it.
I kind of agree.
Shut up, Guy. Everyone knows if I was in F1, I'd be rinsing your face on the pavement.
You wish.
Yeah, rinsing your face off the pavement when you've crashed so many times that you've been knocked out of your car.
Ooh, burn.
Anyway, so for me,
okay,
I kind of show the same attitude. I mean, Baku, I haven't really had a really decent go around. Like, Baku seems to be one of those kind of tracks where you don't test it, you don't race it a lot, you don't. I mean, online lobbies you don't have a choice, but it's not a race that you go, oh, I might do a Grand Prix race today. Oh, I'll go to Baku, or I'm going to do time trial. Oh, I'll go to Baku. It's not one of those tracks that springs to mind when you want to do.
Unless you have to.
Unless you have to. It's not one of those tracks that springs to mind as to where you want to have a race or have a play around. So, Baku, I'm not sure where my pace lies there. Beyond the season, I kind of share the same input as guys. Like, I'll be just trying to go for third in the championship, fight against them for third in the championship, and then because after Canada, the brothers are just gonna, unless they have really bad races from here on out, third place in the championship is really. I suppose if you looked at it, if you took Noah and David out of the picture, it's a battle between me and Guy for the championship. So I'm going to treat it like that. So I'm going to just pretend the brothers aren't there and just.
They don't count.
Yeah, I'm just going to fight Guy for the championship, really. So, and that's my goal. So we'll move to GP2 drivers, which is Owen, Mackenzie, and that's it. So Mackenzie, your views for Baku and then the rest of your season.
I don't know what quite to say. Like, it's just it's gonna be a tight fight for the rest of the season. Like, especially if Warlords, Inverche, all those guys keep continuing picking their pace. I reckon me and Owen will have a bit of a fight on our hands. But obviously, I'll be hoping that I come out on top. But the others, I'm just gonna lie down and just take the beating that I'm gonna give them. Like, I'm gonna have to physically just hand it to them.
Alright, and Owen, you?
Baku, I'd say I'm 50-50 there. Sometimes I can go really wow, and then others I can end up in the wall. And for the rest of the season, same as Mackenzie really. Obviously, hoping Inverche and Warlord can get up there, take a few points off Mackenzie, but backing myself to still win GP.
And then, of course, moving up to F1, it will be a completely different ball game. So, GP3, so we've got Jonathan, Josh Adolf, and Big Mike and Mason. So, Jonathan, of course, you kind of already expressed how you feel with everything for the GP3, and for you with how Mercedes have pretty much told you to shape up or ship off sort of attitude. But where do you see yourself in the next after Baku onwards?
Really, I like Baku. It is one of I found going through time trial that it is one of my better tracks. Weird as it sounds, I'm actually good at a track. Is that is the track that I'm good at. But after that, once I can get, I see myself really turning it around, getting it hopefully into contention for the championship.
Okay, and Mason, what about you?
Race ban.
Race ban.
Mike, check.
Season ban. Disqualification.
Get out of the league.
We're just basically asking you how you think your championship's going to progress through from Baku to the end of the season.
No point score for the rest of the season.
Where do you want to be?
Race band.
I want to be winning, but
Must be break kick. Last turn.
Come on, guys, settle down.
we all understand you dislike him, but just cut down on the shit for him.
Alright, coming from you, Mackenzie, shut up.
Just let him have his
Yeah,
piece,
shut
and
up.
then let him have his piece, and then you can do whatever you want.
All right,
after
go ahead.
the podcast.
oh,
So
I
okay.
feel that I think that if I can sort myself out and have more races like Monaco and Russia, then I could maybe not be up competing for the actual title, but up the sharp end of the field,
Fair enough.
competing for more race wins.
Well, you say more, but I think realistically you're trying to say get a win more than anything. But
Or challenge more often.
okay,
like
so
Russia.
Jay, what about you?
Baku, I feel like generally it's a pretty strong track for me. I've never done that much online practice per se, but so it's a bit different than offline. But in offline, I feel like I absolutely dominate there. Seems to be a suspiciously strong track for Canadians. But for the rest of the season, I can, if I have a good result in the next few weeks, I can definitely see myself fighting for at least a top 3 spot in the driver championship. Honestly, there's about 6 drivers right now that I could see winning the drivers championship in GP3. So, depending on whether PMNA shows up to enough races or March doesn't disconnect anymore. But for me personally, I think with all that, I could see myself even winning or potentially getting second or third for the drivers championship.
Well, that's pretty commendable, and of course you'll have Josh Adolf with you next season. So even if you don't win the championship next season, well, this season, quite a strong package that could win you this next season. So Josh Adolf will go to you next anyway. So of course you won't attend a lot of the races this season, as far as we believe. But for the ones that you will show up for, how do you see yourself?
So my championship is already down the drain, right? Because I can't show up to every race. So honestly, at this point, I'm just aiming for podiums and some more wins. Because I like to taste champagne. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the championship. And then Baku I won't be in there, but the next race is what, Austria?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be there for that. That's a promise.
Well, Austria, I think Austria, a lot of people here can agree, is quite an interest. I mean, it's a very laggy, very glitchy track. So
the thing about Austria this one now is really more competitive. Already, like many people can go for overtakes and try and go for a race win.
Well,
especially
and that's the thing, because you're
MotoGP.
coming away from all the tracks that are so hard to pass to a track like Austria, where overtaking is quite possible.
I mean, Canada's pretty easy to pass at though.
Yeah, but there's still very little room for
champions.
error. It's like there's very little
Yeah,
room
and
for
if
error.
you try to pass in the wrong places, your race is over.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, you're right, but.
Yeah, Brett. Now, also, guys, think about it as well. Like Austria, it's a very short circuit, but it's a very downforce. You need quite a bit of downforce, especially for that middle sector. It's gonna be hard. Like if people can get the setup right, it'll be a really good race for all categories, I reckon.
Yeah. So Jay Law, what about you? I mean, you've had of course, you've already had a race win this season at China, a couple of podiums.
Yeah.
So, Ferrari, of course, you've joined Ferrari, and Ferrari's expectations are very high, probably even higher than the likes of Mercedes. Mercedes kind of give you, from what I hear, have given the kind of sort yourself so you're in a position to win, but Ferrari's expectations is win every race if you can. So how do you see yourself at the end of this, in the next few races coming towards the end of the season?
Well, in the next 2 seasons or so now, it might be go to Formula One and become a future championship, just like Charles Leclerc did in Formula One. But for this season, I'm not sure if I'm well enough in Baku. If I'm not racing in Baku, then I'm racing in Austria for the next race. Because for that moment already, for this one out, I am well and truly looking forward to becoming next future championships for the next few seasons. If not, then a championship in GP3.
Well, I mean, that's the kind of thing. I mean, the one thing that I saw the most about what was happening with the conversion from the beta test was before the brothers turned up, it was kind of like everyone had a competitive edge. There was the racing was so tight packed that anyone could have been champion, but when Noah and David showed up, it gave this kind of dictation that they were going to catch up in the championship so quickly.
Yeah.
You win this title, it's going to mean a lot, because you probably know that those who go to F1 are not going to see that title again. So I think, is that it? Oh no, Mike. So Mike, what about you? How do you think your championship's going to play out for the rest of the season?
I mean, to be honest with you, man, I'm just pretty much looking towards next year, to be honest with you, man. I mean, if there's any chance of me winning the championship at all, period, this year, man, it's like slim to none. So, I'm just focusing on next year, man. As far as Baku goes, I mean, I think I like that track a lot. So I think I can do pretty good there.
And you've been kind of given like a lifeline in regards to the move to Ferrari, because of course you're going to Ferrari next season anyway. So they've cut you a deal. They cut you a deal by saying, look, we've kicked Pro Oprah out. He's not cutting the mustard to go up against Banana Josh.
Yeah.
We think you've got the potential to race.
Or Haas.
Race
You know,
with.
Haas is road.
You've got the pace to race with him. If not, again, of course, Josh was moving to McLaren, so they couldn't offer him a seat. So, you being already linked to Ferrari anyway, and then for the next season, they gave you a lifeline. So, you think you're going to be able to reward them with a couple of race wins?
Well, I mean, most definitely, I'm gonna try to. I mean, it's a much stronger car than the Haas was, so I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, if not Canada, it could be Baku, it could be Italy. So I mean, it's a couple strong tracks that's coming up that I'm pretty good at. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, okay, so we've pretty much heard from a lot of drivers today about their expectations of the rest of the season. Hopefully, coming over the next few weeks, we'll have other drivers into the Transnational Superstars to shed their ideas on how the championship goes for them. If not, we can always just interview them. Guy, Axel, someone else can interview them one by one and find out, and then we can put it into a segment later down the road. So we'll move now to the
predictions.
The final piece for today, which is the predictions for the Canadian Grand Prix. Now, I'm going to start this one off today with the predictions for GP2 and GP3. And I think, personally, Pure Axel 2121 is going to take the win. I think Kart 1979 is going to take pole, but I think Pure Axel 2121 is going to break through for his first win. Canada is a track that really demands consistency, and of course he is Mr. Consistency, so if he qualifies well, I think he'll be the guy to beat for GP2. And then in GP3, I'm going to put my money on I wish I could put it on both the Canadians, but I'm going to put it on Jay for this one. So no pressure, Jay. You're my man for pole in the win.
Ooh. Oh, thanks for the freaking. Thanks, Brett.
Hey, I tipped you off.
Really
I tipped you off for Spain, so you won that.
Barely.
Okay, so Mackenzie, you're next on the list. So predictions for F1 and GP3.
F1. You got to give the pole to Noah. I reckon. Like his qualifying pace in the last few races, like you've seen, like he was in the 109 at Monaco. His qualifying pace is just absolutely unreal. But I reckon I'm gonna throw a curveball in the mix. I reckon Guy's gonna get the win.
I was gonna say throw a curveball. Stop trying to.
Yeah, no, I reckon the brothers will because it's a 100% race. I reckon they'll struggle with the consistency. But I reckon Guy and Brett will be pushing themselves for the race win. I reckon.
Well, the other thing about it too is that you got to take into consideration it's strict quarter cutting now for all three categories. So it's going to be a matter of who looks after their car, who looks after their pace, and then who doesn't incur as many penalties. So it's a real tough, So
yeah, and of course,
really throw a curveball.
And then of course as well, Canada being Canada, it's quite easy to corner cut and track extend at Canada. So yeah, but and then GP3 as well. I reckon if March can if March can get into the race, like I reckon he'll be challenging for the win because I've seen his pace in the practice sessions and I've heard about his pace and his qualifying times can. I've heard his qualifying times can match some of the best.
In saying that actually, because he debuted for the the Trans-Tasman Challenge, oddly enough, at the Canadian Grand Prix, well not the Canadian Grand Prix, but the mid-season test at Canada, and he bagged the podium by outright pace.
Yeah. So I reckon if his internet holds up, he could definitely be up there fighting for the win. But I reckon March will get the win, and then the two Canadians will be fighting for second and third. So I want the homeboys to do well because who doesn't want to do well at their home track?
All right. So Josh Adolph, you're the man now. So F1 and GP2.
F1. Brett, you're gonna take pole, and the guy's gonna win.
Ooh, okay.
And then.
Personally, I wouldn't mind if those two roles were reversed, but yeah, that sounds alright.
I think you're gonna get on the podium, but I think the guy's gonna win for whatever reason. This guy seems like a good guy, you know what I'm saying?
No pun intended.
GP2 is gonna be Owen on the pole, pure axle winning.
Okay,
interesting.
So double consideration for GP2 so far. So Mike, F1, GP2.
I think I don't know. I think Noek will get pole. I think he'll probably win, and Guy will come in second, and you'll come in third. GP2. I think in Verche would win, and Stuart McKenzie like come in second.
Okay, so one for Verche. J Law. F1 GP2
predictions.
F1 predictions and GP2.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go for Black Mamba. We'll take the pole, and I'm gonna go for Donkey for the win.
I'm
finding quite a notable consistency here because you vote for Guy to win every single race.
I wasn't going for that one.
Like Josh Adolph said, I mean, Guy's just a good guy. So.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. It just makes me think. Do you even know any other drivers in F1 but other than Black Mamba and Guy? And me. I suppose we're the only ones that
wrestling gone.
I'm looking at the times that they posted. Honestly, like
Guy's the only guy he knows.
Guy is the fastest guy on time trial right now. So
Yeah, guy's the only guy that Josh knows.
Yeah, you
So
probably don't have Noah and David on your friends list, so that's an understatement by
yeah, I mean
actually
that's
do.
That's,
Jay, I think you're next. I think because the order's shifted, I think you're next.
Wait, I haven't predictions for GP2.
I mean, guy
Oh,
just seems
haven't you?
like the go-to guy for every
Nah,
pod,
no,
so.
no,
Oh no,
no,
okay.
he's only done this
So
one.
Josh will do your predictions for GP2.
Alright, Sue McKenzie will get the pole, but he might be crashed out soon or later. And I'm gonna go for Warlords for the win.
Ooh. I'm liking this. I'm the underdog for this weekend. I love it.
Okay. Let's see.
Don't get me wrong, I'm the underdog
I
in
wasn't
the
even brought up,
GP3,
bro.
the
So
chapter contender.
Guy, I think you haven't had your turn.
Nah, guy's been really quiet today, actually, so I'm surprised.
Well, it is like, well, it is like nearly
I mean,
1
guy's
o'clock
just.
in the morning. So.
I mean, guy's just a pretty quiet guy, so.
yeah.
All right,
Guy's
guy.
just a
Yeah,
guy
so
that's
guys,
just
so
quiet.
your predictions for GP2 and GP3.
If he's even there still.
Might be.
He got tired of us calling
Might be
him
busy,
guy
might be
and
just
saying
busy.
something.
Oh,
instead of
you're
guy.
kidding me.
Well,
I accidentally muted my microphone. I've been talking for the past like 15 minutes. Like,
Oh, that would explain why you were quiet.
Oh shit! Hang on.
Oh,
Oh,
I've
no,
been
it's-
cracking some quality jokes as well, and I was so confused why no one was laughing. Oh well.
Alright.
I was
Maybe
loving
your
all
jokes
the,
just
I was
aren't funny.
appreciating all
Yeah,
the
well,
love.
I sat
Everyone
kind of
was
sat there.
backing me to win.
Yeah, I kind of sat there thinking, you know, everyone's saying Guy's gonna win, and yet Guy's not piping in saying, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was, but no one could hear me. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think anyone hear you.
GP2, I'm going with. I think Mackenzie's going to take the pole, but as I said, he's going to bottle it on the last lap into the Wall of Champions.
Oh fuck!
And as a result of that, I think that means we're going to see a bit of a different winner this week. I think we are going to see Warlords come through and take it. And as for GP3, I think Mason is going to come out and take pole. He's got a point to prove. Everyone's been giving us some stick. I think he's going to come out, take pole, and then I think we're going to see. And then, who are we going to see winning? That's a good one. I've been hearing good things about Jay, so I am going to go Jay for the win in his home Grand Prix.
Now, Jay, I think I went around you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
So we'll
because,
go with you. We'll go with you next.
Yeah, that's because I always predict the crashers, not the winners. But today, it's different. I'll do the winners. Because last weekend I predicted the crashers, and it turned out to be true for everybody. So I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I see Noah come pole, and then the brothers fighting too much, and I see Simon coming through the win.
Simon.
Ooh.
Out of nowhere, if he shows up.
Well, I think yeah.
And
I
if he
mean,
doesn't show up, I see Brett winning. Sorry, guy, I'm not mainstream.
You just have to make him feel good. I understand. You don't actually mean it.
I'm just waiting to. I'm waiting.
Just trying to get in the good
I'm
books,
waiting
you know.
till Guy at the end of all this, when Guy starts paying out all the drivers, he got told to tell him to win.
Yeah, no kidding.
All that commentator cash.
I see
like I get
for GP2.
Well, maybe one day.
GP2, I see. Ooh, this is a tough. Mackenzie's gonna get pole. That's actually Mackenzie's gonna get pole. But for the race, that's a different story.
Well, that's the thing with 100% with 100% race. It's
yeah,
like,
it's so tough.
Qualifying's easy enough to predict, but then the race is just like. Because I don't even think we had predictions for Australia, did we back then?
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
I think I might have just been pole. and we didn't pick the race winners, but I don't know. I can't really remember. It's been so long since
I'll have
Australia.
to look back. I'll have to look back at episode 1 to find out.
Yeah.
I think the race winner is going to be Enverj. He's going to jump Mackenzie in the championship. Mackenzie's going to crash out, just like I predict every.
Pete, hang on. Pete, hang on. No, not those ones. And Mason, your predictions.
I want to hear his predictions for GP3 as well.
Mason.
Well, this Cordy ain't talking.
Oh, my ears.
Predictions.
Hey,
for-
Jay, what's your prediction for GP3?
Here is one Mason.
Right, Kenny AC.
Oh my god.
Who's my?
My ears is bleeding.
Oh,
You can't blame Mike.
Well,
He's a
actually,
trucker.
hang on. We'll change. Just Mason, we'll hold off on you at the moment until we can actually hear you. Owen, what's your predictions for F1 and GP3?
F1, I'll go Noah gets pole and Black Mamba wins the race. And in GP3, I will say Erlang does a double.
Yeah, I don't question Erling Gang's pace there. I mean, he did seem a little off pace when we were racing against him, but that's F1 versus GP3, of course. But yeah, I don't see that as bad. So Mason, can we get you now? No. All right, Jonathan.
Be busy practicing, I bet.
Hello? Mic check.
All right. Well, we'll wait for you, Mason.
Hey.
Jonathan, we'll go with you
The
first.
accident aside.
For F1, I think Noah's gonna take the pole in the race win to get the three-peat.
God, I hope not.
In GP2, I'm gonna say Mackenzie with the pole and the win.
Yay! I can't say bag him in the
Does that
comments.
every weekend.
I've got to be nice to him.
Yeah, that's every weekend. You need to curveball this a little bit, Jonathan. It's not like he's going to be in the commentary box forever.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So Mason, finally, F1 GP2.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Oh my god.
Okay. For
How
F1,
old is this?
He's 13.
Noah will get pole. Shut up, Mackenzie. Noah will get pole, and Guy will win. And for GP2, Mackenzie will get a full house.
Hey, what's your
Hmm,
predictions for
balls in the
GP3?
wind.
What's your predictions for GP3?
We don't do.
We can't make predictions
That's been biased.
because if you race GP3, exactly.
Well,
But-
Mason's
but
not in
here-
the league anymore. Doesn't matter.
Shut up, Jay. Anyway, the way I look.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, what I've
You're gonna get
noticed. Now, here's a
spotlight
pattern
today.
I've noticed in so for all the predictions so far. So, you guys asked me who I predicted would end up in the fence for all three categories. Now, I see Guy, me, and Cleves in the fence at Canada. Yeah, all of you have voted me and Guy to win the race. So that's we got double the pressure. Because we've been projected to win the race or bin it. So, so thanks for that. So honestly, as praiseful as it is that you think we can win it,
I
thanks.
think I'm more likely to bin it than win.
Yeah, well, it is bin it or win it. Or bin it or bin it. We'll just have to see what happens. So anyway.
No, this isn't called in it to bin it. This is called in it to win it.
Oh, I think in our case, this weekend it's in it to bin it. And personally hoping that in Noah and David's case, it's in it to bin it as well. So, well, at least one of them. I think It's like I said to Noah in a private conversation. I would rather him win the championship over David for the sole purpose that I'm leaving Ferrari. I'm not fucking letting them keep the number one. If I have to leave Ferrari, the number one without the number one's going somewhere else.
Yeah, well, friend, just wait till 2018. I'll bring it back. Me and David will bring it back eventually.
Yeah, when you say we, you mean David.
Oh, no. I'm the huge undertalk of season 2018 because I'm stuck with David as my teammate. But yeah,
well, how do you think poor Simon? How do you think poor Simon feels? He has to be stuck. He's with Noah for 2 seasons.
I mean, I'll swap with him. I'll swap with him if he wants to, and he can have the other slice of the pie.
Well, that's a lose-lose. It goes from one.
That's like being Valtteri Bottas and saying you're stuck with Lewis Hamilton. You're driving a Mercedes, getting podiums like every second weekend. Who gives a shit?
Well, I suppose it's
The great
different.
words of Jay.
I suppose it's different when you've got someone like Noah who can win every race, and then someone like Simon who unfortunately can't usually sit around.
Can't challenge him at all.
Can't even challenge him, or can't even challenge the rest of the drivers. I mean, you saw in Spain he was unfortunately not really on the pace at all, which is which is a bit disappointing to say the least, because I had a real good battle with him in the beta test when he debuted.
And it was quite hard for him because he had that spin room, and then he took so long to get back on the track, and then he just, of course, because there was no action, there's no safety cars or anything like that. He was just nowhere.
The safety car was on for that weekend too, I think. And
yeah, well, yeah,
the safety car was on in Monaco.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's going to be on for Canada, but I don't think we're going to turn it on for Austria because I know how bad that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we turned on for Bahrain. It was a problem for Bahrain.
Yeah, well, no one brought out the safety car in Bahrain. I think Monaco's the only track other than Australia where the safety car's been deployed.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're kind of really pushing for time here. So anyway, we're going to draw this short, and we're probably going to continue talking about this kind of stuff afterwards. So there's been Deltaniwa Ek with CAJL 97, Habsfly 634, Mackenzie Stewart, Banana Josh 1, Big Mike 46385, Cart 1979, XNZ Pro X, Going Z28, and Rabbit Donkey 90.
Guy, the guy.
Guy, and that's all of us signing out.